So hey world, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to react to Season 1 2026 theme, gameplay, and more. Dev update, League of Legends. I haven't been spoiled yet. I was saving for the reaction, thank God. Because this came out yesterday, but I didn't record anything yesterday. I was like, I better not get spoiled from anywhere, from anything. And I haven't. I've seen some of the thumbnails for the skin spotlights videos. It looked like a Demacia. And that's the theme that I've been waiting for. I want the Demacia theme. So I hope it's a Demacia one. Because in case you don't know, Lux is my favorite. It's not like I've done a lot of videos about League, but if you didn't know, now you know. But the TFT set is almost coming out, right? I think it's tomorrow. Yeah. I'm so excited to play it. But now I guess let's see what the theme is gonna be. It better be the Demacia one, because I want Lux and Lux. Well, and Jarvan too. I like Jarvan. But I want the Demacia theme. But yeah, this video was long, so let me shut up and let's go. But check out my main channel, Patreon, Discord, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram. Join button. No, forget it. That's on the other channel. I always forget. But if you want to join the memberships, then go to the other channel because I have them there. But yeah, let's see the update.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul, aka
Hey.
Fabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Meddler. Today is October 30th, which is a bit earlier than usual, because we're flying to Worlds soon, and we wanted to film this before we left.
This is our last dev update of the year, and before we get into some of the things you'll see in Season 1 2026, we wanted to thank you all for being on the journey with us this year.
You're welcome.
As always, we want to show some love for your passion, for keeping us honest, and for making working on this game so worth it. Now, in January, we'll be back to talk more about Season 1, as well as a little bit of what to expect for the rest of 2026 overall. But for now, let's get into it.
We learned a lot this year about seasons. Many of you liked what came with the themes, the map.
Oh yeah, but why are they going back to Season 1? Shouldn't it be 4? Like, I understand it's a new year, but every year is gonna be 1, 2, and 3. How are you gonna I guess you distinct them by the year, but it should have been 4. Well, but I guess then it would be too many numbers if they continue this. Yeah, I guess.
Bard updates, metagames, new champions, and champ updates overall, for example.
Where's Lux's update? Huh? Do the Demacia theme with the Lux update. Hello?
But we also saw that if we leaned too hard into a region, it could feel very one note, especially when it comes to skins. And as it turns out, they're...
Okay, no, the skins y'all really kind of fucked up in a lot of parts. Because then the first one was the Noxus, and every skin of the Noxus thing was on the path. And it's like, that's stupid because then there's no variety. But then they took every skin that was a part of the theme and they just put random ones, which is also stupid because I don't want those random skins. I want some that are in the theme. So you should have just done like some, I don't know. Because if you, the Noxus, I literally have all the Noxus, the Masquerade, whatever the fuck that was skin. Because those were all in the thing. And the problem with them being in the past is that the quality wasn't that good. Because they made it cheaper to put them all in the past. But then when they made something better, they made it expensive and they took it out of the past. That's the problem. Stupid. Hello? And then now it's just random things. Now I have that Lulu Arcana skin. I don't even play Lulu. Why the fuck do I have that? Because it's a random skin that was in the past. I have the Jarvan one, but that one I kind of like it now because now I play Jarvan because of the skin. But I was like, I don't even want to buy the pass because I don't care about Jarvan. So, and now I do. So maybe that kind of worked out for them. But yeah, that's stupid. And I feel like leaning it into a region, that's not one note. It's the way y'all do it. That's one note. Because then you do everything. You know, there's no middle ground. It's not about leaning into the region specifically. It's about what you do with the pass and with the skins. That's the problem. Don't blame it on the peoples.
Is too much of a thing like Noxus.
A lot of red and black.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
We'll continue to find the right balance for thematic seasons moving forwards. And speaking of which, it's time to talk about Season 1 of 2026. For this,
They just don't want to give things for free. They just don't want to give skins for free. Good quality ones. The ones that they give. Even the prestige one at the end of the pass is so stupid because it's not prestige. None of them actually feel like prestige. But whatever.
25, with its ancient danger, a darken, and quite a bit of scheming throughout. So next year, we want to kick things off with themes of unity, hope, and justice.
Demacia.
With a drop of righteous judgment thrown in there for good measure.
Demacia! We got it!
So, that means Petra.
I knew it! And I said I wasn't spoiled, but I kind of was, because the thumbnails for the Skin and Spotlights video that they did, it was like an update. They said like a recap. I think the picture was the Noxus. From the thing, I could literally tell it was the master, but I was like, I don't wanna elude myself, and then it's not. Finally! But now let's see what they're gonna do, because they can still fuck it up. So why am I so happy? I don't fucking know, because they can still fuck it up. But finally the Demacia, that's my favorite.
Sight, gold, and blue accents on the
It
map.
looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Why does the tower have a beak? Is that a bird? Why are the towers not Galio? Hello?
As well as some Demacia themed skins, including some champions reimagined as
Watch them not do anything for the actual Demacian champions. Is that Anivia? Okay, good, great. Who's that?
well as some
Is that Shia or Ratan?
Demacia themed skins, including
Nautilus, I don't care. I don't play him. I want a rework on Lux. Give me Lux Prestige, Lux Princess of Demacia, something.
some champions reimagined as Demacians, with plenty
Is that Morgana? Oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. That is Morgana. Okay, Morgana, yes. My favorites are Morgana, Lux, and Katarina. Katarina would be a good as a Demacian. Okay, but at least we got Morgana. But Morgana is from Demacia, right?
skins,
Yeah.
including some champions
Well, kind of before Demacia, but...
reimagined as Demacians, with plenty of non-Demacia skins for some bro.
Shut the fuck up! That is Morgana! She looks amazing! What do you think the name of that is? That looks beautiful. But why is it pink? Shouldn't it be gold? I don't care. I like the pink. I need that.
Reimagined as Demacians, with plenty
Of non-Demacia skins for some variety. Okay.
That also means that the yearly cinematic in January will feature Demacian champions.
Yay! I will be here watching it. Stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to react to that. Finally, I want more Lux. Everywhere.
We're going back to old school Demacia this time. Back in
Yes.
time to what some might consider the golden age of Demacia, when it was a beacon of hope and a bastion of justice.
Hey, Andre, are we forgetting something?
I don't think so.
The Lux rework. It better be. Just say Lux rework.
You sure?
Just say Lux rework. Or rework all the champions because they're all old. Literally, the only one they did was in Zhao. What about Galio, Lux, Garen, and Jarvan? Why don't they do like, it could be a whole pack. Like part 1, you do 2 champions. Part 2, you do the other 2 champions.
Yeah, let's keep going. I don't want this to drag on.
Bitch.
Anyway, we have a range of Summoner's Rift changes that the team will talk about in a moment. And this year, we'll also talk about some updates to Swift Play.
I don't play
With
that.
We're going to hand it over to Riot and Step and Freak, who will walk you through some of the Summoner's Rift changes coming in January.
Hey everyone.
Okay, before that, Riot, if somebody ever watches this, ranked games people should only play ranked games if they have Mastery 4 or plus with a champion. Okay, I'm tired of people going to ranked games with no fucking mastery on the champion, and then we lose the game because they don't fucking know how to play. And knowing how to play is 2 things. You can still know how to play with a champion that you don't have mastery. And you can have mastery on a champion and still don't know how to play the game. Because you still have to play as a team. But there should be a rule that you can only go do ranked games if you have mastery 4 or more on a champion. It makes no sense to go to ranked games with no mastery. And then draft pick. people go to draft pick to try new champions, and that pisses me the fuck off. I want to play the game. I want to win. I want to have fun, but I don't want the seriousness of the rank games. And every time I call somebody out for something stupid that they're doing, they're like, oh, but I'm trying this new champion. And I'm like, go against the AI. Go swift play. Do something fucking else. There's those options for you to try those champions. Why are you coming to draft pick to try a champion? It should be draft pick. You have to have mastery 2 or more. And then ranked mastery 4 or more. And then if you want to play with a champion that you have no mastery or 2 or less, it should be swift play. It makes no sense for you to allow people with no mastery to go ranked games with no fucking mastery. That's stupid. That is stupid. And I'm tired of losing games to those stupid people. And then you call them out for like, try not to feed, try not to do it. And they still are toxic as fuck. And then it's my fault because I called you out. Fuck. But whatever. Anywho.
I'm Riot and Stuff.
And I'm Freak.
And we're here to talk to you about the Summoner's Rift gameplay changes coming in January.
Over the last few years,
More
League
changes?
has been largely about team fighting over neutral objectives. Fighting around grubs, dragons, or that vision ward you just placed around grubs or dragons.
And while we know 5v5s make for some of the highest highs, we want to swing back towards a state where more strategies like splitting or sieging are more viable.
So we're making some...
My people don't know how to do that. They don't. That's why I don't play jungle anymore. They don't play as a fucking team. They don't help. Like, I wanted to play jungle. Worst thing ever. And that's when people say, oh, jungle diff. When I was playing jungle, somebody said that to me. Bitch, I felt like breaking the screen. I like, you motherfucker are doing nothing and it's my fault?
changes to major neutral objectives, towers, and minions in order to do just that.
Additionally, we're making adjustments to roles so everyone has an appropriate impact on the outcome of each game, because right now, some lanes are much better at turning a winning lane into a winning game.
We also have some delightful improvements, so let's get started.
The first thing you'll...
Oh, also, Riot, another thing. Choosing champions that aren't supposed to go in a lane and they go anyway should not be allowed. If a champion is a support, and if the role that you got is support, you can only go with support champions. If the role you got is top, you can only go with top champions. I'm tired of these fucking people. Somebody played jungle with a fizz in one of the games that I went. Another game, they went bots, and it was like, what's the name of the guy that looks like Hulk? Forgot his name. They went Hulk, and it was like Blitz, or like something else. Horrible. Motherfucker wouldn't die. And that's the top lane champion. Why is he allowed to go bottom? We can't play against that because then he doesn't die. But that's basically cheating. To allow people that to choose a champion for a lane that they don't belong in, that's stupid. Because then they get the advantage.
Notice in January is that the game starts faster.
So fix that.
We want to reduce downtime after you load in, so minions and basic jungle camps first spawn 35 seconds earlier than they do
thank
today.
God.
You'll still be able to pull off early
Did
invasion.
you believe I was waiting for the fucking monster to help the jungle and I got an AFK warning? I was waiting for the fucking monster. The game had just begun. I got an AFK warning because I wasn't moving. I was like, what do you want me to move, bitch? I'm in the bush waiting for the jungle thing to spawn. What the fuck? What? I can't even stay still until they spawn. Girl. And it said, oh, you need to move and join the game. Nothing happened yet. Oh my God, what is that? What? Did it just spill water? What the fuck are you doing? Oh my God. I need to shut up because this video is going to be too long. Oh my God.
You'll have to be much more decisive when you load in.
We're also making some changes to vision. It's an incredibly powerful tool in League, but right now it feels monopolized by supports and sometimes by junglers. We want to make effectively warming the map easier to learn for everyone and give more opportunities and power towards drops by pushing champions, especially mid and top laners who are side laning later in the game.
So, we're adding Phaelites, locations that grant temporary bonus vision to wards with unique bonus vision areas for each spot. Some Phalite rings will be available at the beginning of each game, while others reveal themselves when the Elemental Rift transforms, particularly those that would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
Okay, so on to the objectives. Otacon was one of the biggest additions to the Rift this year, and was a pretty cool, unique objective to fight over. That said, he contributed to objective fatigue, which many of you cited as an issue, and we agreed. We wanted to alleviate this over time. We had removed the second form of Otacon, we removed the second set of grubs, but it really wasn't enough. So, just like Zehen did, we are cutting Otacon out of the game. That includes Blood Roses and the petals with them.
That said, let us know what you think about limited time gameplay changes and if there's something you'd like to see more of.
But back to Otacon, his removal also means that Baron will go back to his old 20-minute spawn time. Welcome back, King.
Additionally, we're making all epic monsters more durable, especially late game dragons as you get closer to Dragon Soul. That should make it so that it's easier for teams on the back foot to contest dragons and other epic monsters or trade something meaningful on the other side of the map.
Finally, we're also removing feats of strength from the game. We like that they push teams
Oh, thank God. I hate that stupid thing.
to progress the game and provided goals to rally around, but we think we can create better game systems that allow for players to have more individual agency over their games. With feats getting the boot, we're adding back some gold rewards for First Blood and First Turret.
Another way we're looking to improve sieging is with a new mechanic called Crystalline Overgrowth, which is kind of like a universal demolish effect. Crystals will build up on towers over several minutes, and when hit, they're consumed to deal an extra burst of damage based on how much buildup has accumulated. This should help enable pushing windows in more situations, even if you're behind or don't have the highest DPS. Demolish will be sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
We love 3-hit passives.
Yes, we do.
Turret plates will now stay on outer turrets permanently and will be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as well. We're doing this to create long-term piecemeal rewards for pushing. No matter what state the turret's in, you're likely to mine some gold by taking aggressive actions. We're not adding more gold to the map with these changes. Instead, we're going to be basically spreading out the current gold for killing a tower and splitting it across the plates.
To further facilitate pushing, we're ramping up minion
But do they still disappear after 14 seconds or do they stay?
respawn rates in the late game to give more frequent access to sieging turrets. We're also adjusting late game home guards to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
And finally, Nexus turrets will respawn with partial health missing. We like that the respawn allows a team to hold their base for a while and not have to worry about getting backdoored by a Twitch, but with a full health respawn, it meant that it was honestly incorrect for a sieging team to finish killing the turret sometimes.
Now, for our biggest
I don't think it is, because at the point that you get to the base and you killed those turrets, if they spawn in and then the enemy team is on your base again trying to kill those turrets, you already have enough damage to like kill them in like 2 seconds. So it really doesn't matter if they're full health or not. I feel like that's the change. I'm confused about the plates.
And splitting it across the plates.
To further facilitate pushing, we're ramping up minion respawn rates in the late game to give more frequent access to sieging turrets. We're also adjusting late game home guards to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
What the fuck does that mean? Home guards. So the minions are gonna spawn more so you can get to the turret faster. But what the fuck does that have to do with the speed?
We're also adjusting late game home guards
Home guards. What the fuck is the home guard?
to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
And finally, Nexus turrets will respawn with partial health missing. By a Twitch, but with sometimes.
Now, for our biggest change for next year, role quests.
When you load into the game in January, top, bot, and mid lane will now have their own quests that reward unique power, similar to the jungle pet evolutions and the support item upgrades.
You'll progress these new quests by killing minions, champions, plates, towers, or epic objectives. All the things you'd normally be doing in a game. You'll progress even faster by doing those in your assigned lane.
Your quest is decided by which role you've been assigned in the lobby. So if you and a friend or a stranger want to change roles, make sure you do an official trade in Champ Select.
One of our goals with these role quests is to buff top and bot carry relative to the other roles, as they're currently the two weakest, and as a result, the quest rewards are going to be comparatively stronger for them. Now, let's get into the rewards which will be granted in a new role quest slot.
Historically, top laners haven't always felt like they have the agency over the games that they deserved, even if they won their lane, and that's something we would like to change this season. Upon quest completion, top laners will receive pretty much Summoner Teleport for free on top of the 2 summoners they already chose. Now, if you had taken Teleport in pregame, instead that spell gets a lot stronger, giving...
That is so stupid, because top lanes, usually if they win the lane, especially if they get fed, they just go around the map killing everybody and pushing all of the other lanes. What the whoever said that top lanes don't get agency in the late game? That's their whole point. That's what the fuck they do. You just, if they get fed, if they win their, oh my fucking god, the wind. If they win their lane, they just go around the map and push the other lanes. Why the fuck are you overpowering them? If anything, you should give that to the support, so that the support can use the teleport to go to the fights faster, so that they can support the team. Why are you giving that to top of lane? That's so stupid.
Get very, very
What?
martial when you use it. In addition to getting a functionally free summoner spell, top laners will also get a bunch of bonus XP up front, more XP from future sources, and an
Oh,
increase.
great. Now they're going to be even more fed.
To mid lane. A
Amazing.
huge variety of champions can be played there, so we wanted this reward to be good whether you're mage, assassin, or both, like Malphite mid. And upon completing the quest, mid laners will receive a free tier 3 boot upgrade like the ones you could buy with feats, as well as a faster recall.
Rounding it out for new quests, in bot lane, we're going to lean even harder into the carry part of the role. So while top laners getting bonus XP, bot laners are getting a whole bunch of extra gold. When completing their quest, they get a lump sum of gold, increased gold from minion kills, champ kills, and champion assists for the rest of the game. And you might be asking, well then what do I do with all this gold if I hit item cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently, allowing you to get 6 full legendary items for extra hard late game scaling.
Jungle and support already have quests and rewards, but we still wanted to take this opportunity to make some changes to them. Jungle is by far the strongest role in the game right now, especially when it comes to early map influence, so we're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears to give lane matchups a little bit more time to play out uninterrupted. We're also making it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more damage.
Their role quest is still getting pet upgrades and PvP smite like before, and they're now getting increased golden XP from large monsters when the quest is done, as well as bonus movement speed in the jungle.
Similar to jungle, we think support is already plenty powerful and has a very functional role quest, so we didn't want to directly increase their power. With that in mind, we wanted to give them quality of life oriented upgrades, so we're giving them a new slot exclusively for control wards, discounts on control wards, and a little bit more gold over time so they can keep pace a little better with the other roles.
Overall, we want these quests to represent meaningful power spikes in a way that leans into the unique strengths of each role. This also allows us to delete the lane swap detective mechanic that we added last year to combat pro lane swapping. We'll be keeping a close eye on how quests land, so please let us know your thoughts next year.
But role quests aren't all we have planned to make your champions feel more satisfying. We're going to bring back a few items to the Rift for each class, so give them some shiny new toys, including bringing back a few familiar favorites like Hextech Gunblade.
For example, we're adding the new Scepter of Bonking for AP fighters, which will empower your Spellblade Bonk to double your on-hit effects.
That's not the final name, is it?
I would like it, but no, we're probably going to give it something in canon.
I do love bonking. Well, anyway, given none of these names are final, if you're an AD fighter without a good way to get Omnivamp, you can grab Blood Sphere, which will give you some Omnivamp, and also ability haste scaling with your AD.
Or if you play an AD carry who's really good at auto-spacing, you can pick up Snowbow for extra range on takedown, plus damage amp based on how far away you are from your opponents.
We took a hard look at which subclasses didn't feel like they were getting enough support from the current item system and worked to fill those spaces, so we're hoping many champions have at least one of the 9 new items that they can get excited about.
Speaking of which, we're also adding crit damage back to 200%.
Alright, we know that was a lot to cover. We're excited to hear what you think of all these changes as the new season kicks off.
And in case you're looking for even more details or insights on these changes, make sure to check out the dev blog that's live right now.
That's it from us on the Summoners Rift team, and so we'll throw it back to Pablo and Medler, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about ranked. This year we've been making improvements to shorten queue times and make your matches more fair through improvements to inting and griefing detection. And, more recently, we ran a test in late September that reduced queue times by 40% at all ranks, in ranked, in EU West and Oceania. We want to double down on that work and make 2026 the best time yet to climb.
So next year, we'll be also tackling 2 common frustrations, mismatched teams and long queues. Something we want to address is visual rank disparity in lobbies as well. When players start their climbs late after a reset, you may see a bronze player in an otherwise gold game, which can feel particularly unfair. When in reality, that player was gold last season, but they haven't gotten back to that rank yet because they've had less time to play. So, we're adding a climb indicator to loading screens when a player's MMR is higher than their visible rank. This will let other players know that you're climbing quickly and your displayed rank hasn't caught up yet.
We're also making changes to how flex and solo duo MMR are calculated. A common pain point is someone who is silver in flex and, say, diamond in solo duo just stomping a bunch of games, when in reality they're truly diamond in both ladders. So this season, if your solo duo MMR is much higher than your flex MMR, the system should bring your flex rank a lot closer to your solo duo one. And that should mean flex matchups will feel a fair bit more balanced moving forwards.
Next, we're making changes to autofill. The reality of League is that certain roles are substantially more popular than others, and having an autofill jungler versus a jungle main can feel like an auto loss. This means that quite often people either dodge to avoid it or hold your lobby hostage in order to get you to dodge.
Hello.
When nobody likes queue times, this is an awful experience.
So we have a number of changes to make autofill fairer, and to reward you for sticking with the role you're assigned when you do get autofilled.
I mean, at some point, if you play League and you don't know how to play all of the lanes, you're stupid. It's one thing for a role to be popular. I play support. I want to play support. I got autofilled as jungle. Okay, I know how to play as jungle. I don't mind it. I want to win the game. Why the fuck would you dodge a game because you didn't get what you wanted? Because that's basically it. Stop being a fucking baby and play the fucking game. So stupid. The amount of times, oh, I got autofill as bot. I got autofill as jungle. You don't know how to play them? You're diamond. You're platinum and ranked. You don't know how to play every lane. You might not want to, but if you know how to play it, then you can play one game. As jungle. Fuck it, it's one game. What, like... Stop being stupid and learn. People are so entitled. Oh my god. I didn't get what I wanted, so I'm gonna dodge.
First, if someone on your team is autofilled, the system will try to match autofilled players by role. So an autofilled jungler versus another autofilled jungler, for example. If it can't match by roles, it will then of course fall back and try to ensure the same number of autofilled players on each team. We do know, though, that even with that balance, autofill games can still feel discouraging when you play your best in a role that you didn't choose. That's why we're adding a new system called Aegis of Valor. If you're autofilled and earn a mastery score of C or greater, the Aegis will trigger. You won't lose any LP on a loss, or you'll earn double LP for a win.
Okay, that's even better. Now that's nice. Now that's nice. Now that's nice, because I might just go rank then play autofill. But it needs to be C or more. I mean, a C is fine. You can't get a C unless the game is like really bad. I might just go rank then play autofill. I like every lane, honestly. I prefer support. I just don't like farming. That's why I kind of like jungle better than mid or bot. Because at least like I can kill the monsters in the jungle. I don't have to kill the minions. But that's nice. Okay.
So for those of you who main less popular roles and therefore seldom get autofilled, first of all, thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive the Aegis.
Wait, who?
Thanks. It's popular roles and therefore
P for a win.
So for those of you who main less popular roles and therefore seldom get autofilled, first of all, thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive the Aegis benefit at about the same rate as other players because we want to reward the role heroes who keep the queue healthy and moving. Finally, we know how frustrating it is to be constantly returned to the queue because you get enchained dodges lobby after lobby. So we've made a few updates.
It really pisses me off on the dodge, and I've already picked the champion, and it's always Lux. I know what it is. They fucking scared. Every time I pick Lux, dodge. Next game, banned. I can play her.
First, after a positive response to our pilot test, we're removing the ability to ban a hovered allied champion, taking away an opportunity for a teammate to tilt off the planet before the match even starts. And then second, dodging a lobby will no longer allow players to escape autofill. It'll just get carried over to the next lobby. We will no longer allow players to escape autofill. It'll just get carried over to the next lobby. We think that the Aegis of Valor should provide a solid reward for sticking around and trying.
Exactly.
So, I mean, come on, it's double LP for a win.
True. True.
And at Master and above, dodging an
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people ban a champion from their team because of the new champions. Imagine you get the new champion, Zillion, whatever his name is. A top lane motherfucker decides to go with Zillion on a ranked game, and he has no mastery over the champion because it's a new champion. He just came out. So you look at it and you're like, I don't want to let you play with Zillion, and I'm going to ban him because you're going to cost us the game. Because you want to go with a champion that you don't have mastery over. That's the only, and I've done that before. That's the only reason where I would think you could ban a champion from somebody on your team. You don't have mastery on that champion because the champion just came out. Who the fuck do you think you are to go to a ranked game with no mastery? It pisses me off. That's one thing that you can fix. Mastery 4 or more in ranked games.
Autofill will count as a full loss.
We know that this is a pretty big change from how we've dealt with dodging in the past, and we believe that this will lead to higher quality and faster games. Speaking of speeding things up, we're also speeding up champ select by cutting down on timers and animations, which should save about half a minute.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, no, I did it.
And if that wasn't enough, we've got one last ranked change. We're adding back duo queue to higher ranks, including Challenger, in most regions. For so many people, League is better with friends. And in the past, we disabled duoing at Apex tier
Not
ranks
me,
because
'cause I
it's
play
so
alone.
often ongoing. Switching gears, let's talk about Swift Play. Swift Play is pretty popular, and we think there's
Is
a
it?
lot of room for further improvement. And we want Swift Play to be that place where you can get in a quick game, where you and or some friends can practice new champions, or where new players can come.
So you and your friends can practice new champion. If you're watching this and you go to draft pick to try new champions, stop being a dumb bitch and go to Swift Play. People go to draft pick to try champions. They're like, oh, it's draft pick. Why do you care? It's same thing when I play ARAM and I'm like, why are you feeding? Why are you being stupid? And they're like, oh, it's ARAM, just have fun. How can I have fun if you're costing us the fucking game? How can I have fun? And on ARAM, I understand not having mastery. But again, like I said, you can know how to play without having mastery because you have to play as a team. So even if you don't know the champion that well, you can still rely on your team. You can still help your team. Not knowing your champion is not an excuse to play badly. You can know how to play without mastery. Okay? Same thing. You're like, oh, it's ARAM. Why do you care? You just have fun. I can't have fun with somebody that's so stupid that they can't play. I want to win the game. That's how I have fun. And they lose the games on purpose. And they blame it like, oh, just having fun. No. Ugh. It's
And learn and get
annoying.
their footing on the Rift.
That means Swift Play should still be somewhat competitive while providing quicker queues, faster games, and serving both new and existing players. So, we're rolling out some changes that should address the overall pacing, touching objectives, laning, and the jungle.
To start with, we're bringing over a lot of the changes to Summoner's Rift generally that were talked about earlier in this video, except for role quests. Now, for Swift Play
That makes
specific
sense.
changes,
I mean, if it's supposed to be faster, why would you put the quest?
though, the first thing we're tackling is game pacing. Swift Play games are actually a bit long, and the general consensus is there isn't quite enough action. So things like long death timers, focusing on CSing and lane, and objective overload all take away from the promise of Swift Play. So we want to get you to the action faster.
Okay, but I can't don't play, so
Level 3 with some extra gold, action quicker. Eyes on the shorter death windows. If after the third, and
Near your minions, they'll be inspired by your actions. They'll get enraged and attack faster, making sudden death start a little bit earlier.
excuse
thus,
me.
Swift. Outside of
Taylor.
pacing, we also wanted Grubs and Rift Herald.
on power of these buffs being
Yeah, but I don't play that, so next. I think the next is the commands,
Here,
right?
We want H to door.
If you want to learn more, go for it.
Would I play with those commands? WASD, maybe.
Hi everyone, I'm Dashi Jador, product lead, back again to chat about WASD, this time with...
The tech lead for WASD. I'm Riot, call me KT.
Now that Worlds is over and we're getting closer to the end of the year, we want to check back in on the wild world of WASD. We've been on the PvE
Wait, World is over? Didn't they say they were filming this before they go to Worlds? I'm confused.
for a few months now, and in that time we've caught and squashed over 100 bugs. All thanks to the feedback we received from all of you creative, maybe a little unhinged PvE players who've been helping us find, identify, and crush all these pesky bugs. An extra special thanks to the players who are able to re-trigger the notorious new bug. Even beyond bugs, PvE players have been giving us great recommendations and requests.
One Redditor recommended that we add an option to do a single button input to move at a 45-degree angle up and down the lane. It sounded pretty wild at first, but we found through our internal testing that it actually saved a lot of finger pain, so it will be available as an accessibility option for WASD players going forward. Since our debut on the PBE, we've been continuously updating all the different facets of WASD. We've made improvements to navigating around minions, wall sliding, the new dynamic lock camera, and more. One of these features is a new auto attack system for WASD. With practice and dedication, you'll be able to weave attacks and movement, matching the experience in point and click to reach your optimum DPS. Our goal is...
I kind of don't want to play that though. It sounds too complicated. Yeah, leave that to the professionals.
On WASD when it's live and send your
So how you pickums?
Not great. Bit much hopium when I filled them out.
I know how it feels, but the hopium is feeling good for me. I think I'm actually feeling great.
Really?
Totally.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's already
Who's
35
running
minutes.
soup
Damn.
We don't know.
Is that Amumu?
Not gonna
They
be me.
didn't say anything about reworks though. Bitch, they better.
I mean, we'll see.
Good luck.
Okay.
We'll see what happened.
We don't.
Really?
Totally. How it feels, but the hopium is feeling good for me. I think I'm actually feeling great.
Really?
Totally.
Uh-huh. Who's wearing the suit then?
We don't know.
Not gonna be me.
I mean, we'll see.
Good
I don't
luck.
know what that
Okay.
means.
Okay, we know that this was a long one with a lot of info in it. And we'll see you again in January as mentioned to talk a bit more about Season 1 and a little bit about the rest of 2026.
Don't forget that Ranked will stay open until the new season, so go finish your climbs, have a happy and safe holiday season, and we'll see you on the Winter Rift.
Thank you so much.
Bye!
Bye. It's gonna be the Demacia. I knew it. I hope. So are they gonna? I just clocked it. Are they gonna redo the map? Is it gonna be a new map, or is it gonna just be the turrets? I guess the normal map is kind of Demacia. Yeah, sure. No, but it could be all white. No, yeah, I don't want to look good. Well, I don't know. So is that what I need to do? Do I need to join PBE so that they hear my feedback? Oh, well, we just hope these reactions are enough. I want to do more. I wanted to do gameplay. My poor laptop cannot handle, so I cannot do it for like YouTube or Twitch. But maybe if I play TFT on the phone, I could. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm gonna edit this now to post it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Stay tuned for the channel for the cinematic next year. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.